My name is Carrie Ann. Today, I will discuss my analysis of Instacart order data to develop a data-driven customer support staffing strategy. I will focus on demand distribution, customer satisfaction, and issue behavior to determine where Instacart should concentrate support resources. I used SQL to aggregate and analyze the dataset across key dimensions, including order date, order identification, customer order rating, issue reported, issue type, and region. While the dataset excludes fulfillment, timing, and basket data, it is sufficient to evaluate demand patterns, service quality, and support workload drivers. Order volume by time of day shows a clear pattern. Night accounts for 58% of orders, with evening at 28% and much smaller shares in afternoon and morning. This pattern shows that demand is heavily concentrated outside traditional business hours, indicating that peak activity occurs later in the day, directly impacting staffing and support coverage. Order volume by region shows that San Francisco and Chicago dominate volume, accounting for over 90% of orders, while New York City represents a much smaller share. Support demand will concentrate in San Francisco and Chicago, but volume alone is not sufficient. Instacart should also consider issue rates and satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is high with an average rating of 4.56 and nearly 90% of orders receiving 4 or 5 stars. However, averages can mask localized friction. So the next step is to examine how ratings vary and what drives dissatisfaction. Ratings remain consistently high across evening, afternoon, and night. Despite representing 58% of volume, night orders are not rated meaningfully lower, suggesting that peak demand does not degrade customer experience. Morning ratings are lower, but based on a very small sample. 7.2% of orders include a reported issue, about 1 in 14, representing baseline support workload that Instacart must account for in staffing. Issue rates are relatively stable across the major time periods, ranging from about 6.6% to 7.5%. Night generates the most total issues due to volume, not higher failure rates, indicating that scale drives support demand rather than time-specific breakdowns. San Francisco and New York City have issue rates around 9.5%, more than double Chicago's 4.2%. Chicago also has the highest average rating, showing meaningful regional performance differences that should influence staffing allocation. Regarding customers' complaints, most issues are fulfillment related, wrong items, damaged goods, or missing items. However, service-related issues such as poor service or poor replacements result in the lowest ratings. So, support must balance efficiency for high-volume issues with escalation for high-impact cases. Diving deeper into the impact of issues on ratings, orders without issues average 4.73 stars, while those with issues drop to 2.97, a 1.76-point decrease. Although issues occur in only about 7% of orders, their impact on satisfaction is substantial, making the quality of resolution critical. To recap important business insights, demand and support load are concentrated at night. Volume is heavily concentrated in San Francisco and Chicago. Approximately 7% of orders generate issues, mostly fulfillment related. When issues occur, satisfaction drops significantly. Overall, the system performs well, but operational breakdowns disproportionately impact customer experience. I recommend that staffing should align with demand, heaviest coverage during night with strong evening support. Regionally, Instacart should allocate more experienced agents to San Francisco and New York City, given higher issue rates there. Workflows should prioritize fulfillment-related issues, and Instacart should quickly escalate service-related issues given their impact on satisfaction. Effective staffing must balance volume, regional performance, and issue severity. For next steps, further analysis could include fulfillment, timing, repeat issue customers, and resolution effectiveness. These would help identify root causes and improve precision in staffing decisions. Some notes regarding my analysis and data limitations. I treated 1% of ratings as missing values because a rating of 0 does not fall within the valid 1 to 5 scale and is likely the absence of a submitted rating rather than true customer dissatisfaction. Including these values would artificially lower the average rating and misinterpret customer sentiment, so I excluded them to preserve the accuracy of my analysis. The morning data was limited, so Instacart should interpret that cautiously. As aforementioned, the dataset lacks metrics for fulfillment and resolution, so my findings reflect patterns rather than confirmed causality. Despite this, the data provides a sufficient signal to guide high-level staffing strategy. Thank you.